Dum dee diddle die dum do he lie dum dee diddle die dum do he lie dum dee diddle die dum do he hiddle 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 hi dum do. Where are we today, boys and girls?
Sauchie Tower.
Sauchie Tower, or also known as Devon Tower. That's what I grew up knowing it as. Now, what do you think it actually is?
Probably a tower.
So it's like a tower.
It's suggested in the name.
Yes, it's suggested in the name. So it's a bit like a castle, isn't it? It's like the seat of power for the man who owns this area. So, when do you think it might have been built?
It depends.
A very long time ago, yeah. So it's actually 15th century. And it's a townhouse in Clackmannanshire, Scotland. And the tower is right next to which place? Sauchie's? No, there's another place even closer. Fish Cross, or better known to the locals as Kipper Junction. What do you think of that one, Chloe? Pretty cool, huh?
It's a bit fishy too.
It sounds a little bit fishy, you're right. Now, it's about a mile north of Fish Cross and about 2.5 kilometre, sorry, not a mile. So let's just have a wee look, and it's right next to the River Devon, which was why it also gets the name Devon Tower, and is a protected monument, so you have to be very careful around here. You can't damage it, you can't do anything like that to it, can you? Now, the lands were granted by King Robert the Bruce to Henry de Anand, Sheriff of Clackmannan, in 1321. So how long ago was that, William? 1321.
About 801 years ago.
801, or I think 808 maybe? Alright, move out of the way, there's a wee car coming.
No, because that would be in 1321. So if you had 800 years, that would be in 2021.
Right.
And I don't know the year, it's 2022.
And in 1431, Sir James Shaw of Greenock, comptroller to the king, acquired the lands around Sauchie when he married the heiress Mary de Anand. Happening, Ali? Oh, it's getting windy now. It's getting windy. Right, well, we're coming up, will you read this sign? Because I think all the information I'm about to tell you is on this sign. Do you want to come and read this for us, William?
Okay. In 1321, King Robert Bruce granted the lands of Sauchie to Henry de Anand, Sheriff of Clackmannan. Mary de Anand, his descendant married Sir James Shaw of Greenock in about 1412. He probably built Sauchie Tower soon after their marriage. The Shaws were one of the most influential families in medieval Scotland, and in the century of 1460, Sir James' son became the governor of Stirling Castle. The tower had 6 stories, a courtyard, an outer wall, on at least 2 sides. The lower floors were used for storage, and above them was a great hall with bedchambers and other floors. The turnpike stair provided access to all stories and is capped on the parapet walk by an unusual hexagon cap house with a pyramidal roof. Sauchie House. By 1631, living in towers was unfashionable.
Oh!
A new house was built by Alexander Shaw, who was 19 in 1633 by Charles I. This mansion, now known as Sauchie House, was the main residence of the Shaw family in the 17th century. The tower was probably still used for important functions as well as storage.
That's the one. Right, well, we're going to just have a wee look around. Now, we just spotted somebody that we know here who actually lives in the house. Hey, Ali! No, we'll try and just keep you to it, we'll just hear you. So, we're just talking to your brother Fergus there, actually, about all your mum's stuff here in the garden.
Aye.
So we had someone in the summer come up from England, right?
Right.
And they were doing a wee holiday in Clackmannanshire, so they were doing all the monuments, and they came here and they took a video of your stuff in the garden, and nobody can figure out what that thing is over there. So this is obviously some sort of plough, isn't it?
Aye.
So that's quite easily identifiable.
There's a guy that came from Bosnia, him and his missus sat there, and they think it was for cutting down the wheat.
Oh, really?
Aye.
So like for actually chopping it down, so they were
grinding it or something.
grinding
like
it or
that,
something. Well, there you go. I think they might be right, because it kind of looks like an animal itself, doesn't it?
Aye, it looks like a dog or a horse.
It looks like a miniature horse or a dog or something. Aye. So you think that bit lifted up and then chopped whatever it was coming down?
That's what they thought anyway.
I think they might be right.
He was a farmer from Bosnia or something. He said that
They had similar things over there. Well, there you go. So we'll be able to tell Raymundo exactly what that is, won't we?
Aye.
Aye. Right, well, we're going to have another wee look at the tower.
Yeah.
And right, see you later, Ali. Cheers for that. Right, let's go and have a wee look. No, we'll keep you to it. Just look up there. Imagine living in that, eh?
Yeah, it'd be quite nice. You'd have lots of space.
That's right.
What about I'll be able to have a golden toilet.
A golden toilet?
Yeah.
Is that what you're after?
Aye.
Nice. Now, this wasn't the only bit that was here. So, when we talk about Sauchie Tower, so last time, where did we go? We went to see the windmill, the Auchenbaird windmill, didn't we?
Aye.
And that would have been part of the Sauchie estate. Yeah, so this originally went all the way around here, so you could see for miles and miles and miles. Can we see anything inside there?
Do you have any light for it?
I think it's probably a bit dark to be able to see anything. Well, we can have a wee look, eh?
Aye.
Now, on the 5th of September, 1503, the gardener of Sauchie bought a gift of pears to James IV. Mary, Queen of Scots, also visited Sauchie Tower and Alloa Tower in 1568. So the Queen of Scotland, Mary, Queen of Scots, came all the way here. Can you believe that?
Okay.
And visited the tower here. Now, look over there. What can you see just over there? Can you see walls or anything?
I see something that must have been worn down or something.
Worn down. So yeah, so back in the day this would have had a house next to it as well, and lots of other stuff as well, eh?
So your house is a house?
So you will, because it's lay derelict from I think the 19th century, it meant that they built houses to live in nearby that were a lot warmer and had a lot more modern conveniences. Maybe it was maybe a lot nicer to live in. So that over there looks like part of the excavations that might have taken place about 20 years ago. Now, around 1631, Alexander Shaw, who was knighted by King Charles I in 1633, built a house in the courtyard to the northwest. So this here would be the northwest, so this must have been the foundations or what's left of what he built. Another house on the estate, Shaw Park, was built around 1700, and in 1772 Sauchie passed by marriage to the Cathcart family. Around this time the tower is thought to have been gutted by fire and was not lived in thereafter. So a terrible fire happened which kind of took out all the interior, and then there was no one else lived in it after that.
Do you think they're going to renovate and someone's going to live in it?
Well, that's the next part of the story here. So there's actually a local trust that was put together, and they carried out the recent excavations nearby the house and also put a temporary roof on the top to stop it degrading anymore, because even in 1950 the tower was actually still in pretty good condition. Well, in terms of the actual structure of the building, yes. Apparently, it's still very well held together. It's not.
See what I think will happen one day?
What do you think will happen?
Renovating all these like old towers and stuff so people can live in them.
Well, yeah. Well, there's another place just down the road there, the old beam engine house, which we are going to visit very soon as well, which has already been preserved. And I think this is certainly on the list of monuments in the local area to turn into something pretty special. What do you think?
Yeah. But imagine living in that house.
Imagine living in that. Can you imagine? How many stories do you think it has?
At least what? So a bottom floor?
A bottom floor, yeah.
Like a second floor.
A second floor.
A third floor.
A third floor.
And then a whole floor.
And then a roof. So you think it's got 4 stories?
Yeah.
I think you're exactly right. You've spotted that really, really well, haven't you?
Because look, oh yeah, you know, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it did look a little bit charred.
It did look a little bit charged. I think you can see a little bit of what the fire did to it.
Yeah. I think I know I'm right, Dad, because look.
Yeah,
I see windows.
I think you're right as well. You can tell by the windows. Yeah, you've done very well spotting that, haven't you? Now, Old Sauchie House in the Courtyard was demolished after the estate was bought for coal extraction in the 1930s. So under all of this area is lots and lots of coal. That's right. And the tower was derelict but in good condition in 1950. Shaw Park, that's the estate just up to the north of here, the south of here, was sold in 1826 to the Earl of Mansfield, who was then Lord Lieutenant of the area. Proposals for restoration were first put forward in the 1980s when a series of excavations took place. Oh wait a minute, can we get in here to go and have a closer look at this bit? Let's go and have a look. However, the restorations were never completed. Come on then, come down here and we'll go and have a wee closer look at the side. So, this place is still awaiting renovation, isn't it? Oh wow, look at this. You can get an excellent view down here. Now this is fantastic. Come and see this. So this was all cleared in 2002. So how many years ago was that, William?
About 20 years.
20 years ago. So look at all the growth that's come back even in those 20 years. It's getting wild again, isn't it? But look at this edge bit here. So you can actually see a kind of turret on this corner here, can't you?
Yeah.
Come and see this. Wow. I had no idea this was down here. Oh look, you've got the wee hidey hole to peek through there. Look at that. Wow. Do you know what? Can you imagine if this was all cleared and had nice footpaths for people to walk around and come and check it out? What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think people would like to come and visit it?
But I don't think it's going to get many visitors until it does.
I don't think it's going to get that many visitors till it does. But saying that, like we said, our friend Raimundo, he came right here and came and checked it out all the way from England, didn't he?
Yeah.
And look, just in the background, if you look over the top there, you can see the tower just in the background. Absolutely fantastic. You like that tree too, do you?
You can see the temporary roof.
You can see the temporary roof, that's right, William. Let's go and just come up here a little bit and let's get a good view of that temporary roof. Because you can't see it when you're standing close, can you?
Yeah. You can tell it's temporary. It hasn't got well built.
Yeah, you can tell it's not got
It's
like slates and been done to make it look nice, has it? It's just got a roof on there that's going to stop all the water coming in.
And it's got water damage to what's remaining of the inside.
What's remaining of it, yeah.
It's probably everything in there's probably chocolate.
And look at all these big moss covered stones. I love these. Check them out. Oh wow. How awesome is that? So I'm really glad we managed to find out what that thing was for Raimundo, because that has been confusing everyone. Oh look, have you found mushrooms?
Yeah.
Growing on this tree?
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
I think it's a type of soft bracken.
Right, I'm not able to focus on that properly. Why is that? There we go, that's a bit better. There we go. What do you think those are?
I think it's a type of soft bracken.
A soft bracken. Right, well we'll just take a wee walk back up. We'll have another wee look at the tower. And then we can go. What do you think?
Yeah, that's definitely wolf's paw.
Wolf's paw. Right, watch your footing because it does get slippy coming up here. Oh look, do you want to read this wee sign to us, Chloe? Come closer so we can hear you.
Scheduled monument. This site is protected by the law. It is not offensive to damage it in any way. No disturbance of any form. Fires, camping, and the use of metal detectors are prohibited.
Yes! So it's a very special place, this, isn't it? Right. There we go. Check that out. Imagine this being your view from your house, eh?
Well, well, what if it would be kind of funny if you like lots of nature. It'd be like this castle's getting in my way.
I know, you're like, I can't see the hills. We've got a big tower in the way. Right, well we say goodbye boys and girls.
Bye.
Bye.